Hello friends, today's topic is the string concatenation function, that is the strcat library function. So in the previous video I have described the strlen function which determines the length of a particular string, and today we are going to show you another library function which is a very important function for application programming, that is called the strcat function. Strcat means to concatenate two strings, that is one string is to be joined to another string. So in that case, in order to join one string to another string, we need to use the strcat function, and strcat function takes on two arguments or two parameters, that is one of which is the source string and one of which is the target string. That is, the source string is to be copied into the target string. So in that case, our function looks quite like this strcat, and we can write here t and we can write here s. So if we call the function in this way, this means that this t can be considered to be the target string and s can be considered to be the source string. That source string is to be concatenated to the target string. So concatenation means, suppose if t is hello and source is world, then if we perform this function taking this to be the t and this to be the s, then the output will come like this, hello world. And if we keep a space after this and then the null character, then we can have a space in between them as well. So if we want to join two strings in this way, suppose I write good and morning, then good morning will be the output. So in this way we can join two strings or concatenate two strings by the help of this strcat function, which is a very important function for application programming purposes. So this function is also a part of the string.h header file. So in order to use this function in the program, we need to include the string.h header file along with the file inclusion directive at the beginning, which is the stdio.h file inclusion directive. So let's get started with writing a sample program, which is a very simple program rather, and that program is going to show you in which how to use this strcat function in C programming scenario. So let's get started with writing the program. So let's write the program to show you the use of this strcat function. Hash include stdio.h, and then we will include the string.h function because this strcat is present in the string.h header file. Hash include string.h. After that we come to the int main section. We take two strings, that is like this. We can take a target string char t. Suppose it is to be taken a little bit bigger than the source string, because the source string will be concatenated to the target string. So source string can be a little bit smaller than the target string, and this target string is should be a little bit bigger than the source string. So let us take the dimension of target string as 25, suppose, and let us take the dimension of the source string to be say 15, so, or say about 10. So for the sake of simplicity, we are just maintaining this sort of dimension. Target string has a dimension of 25, source string has a dimension of 10. So after that we will give the user a prompt, printf enter the source string, or you can say enter the first string or second string, like that. And then the user will give get s source string means S, so I will give the base address of the source string array, that is this one, S. So this is S means the base address of this character array. Now another string is to be taken from the user from the input device. Enter the target string. Enter the target string. So again user will give the target string from the keyboard. So we are taking inputs in two stages, that is this stage and this stage. That is once the user is giving the source string, and another time, the second time, the user gives the target string. So now the strcat function will be employed in order to concatenate the source string and the target string. So our directive is, just for the sake of simplicity, I am just naming this T to be the target string and this S to be the source string, so that you can just understand what is the target and source. See, from the source, the string will be concatenated with this target. So from the source, the string will go on to this target string and be joined to this target string after the target string has terminated before the null character. So from the place of the null character of the target string, the source string will be copied letter by letter into this target string. So let's employ the function. So now we will write strcat. The first argument will be the target string, that is one in which the string from the source string will be concatenated. The target string is that string to which the source string will be concatenated. So the first argument will be always the target string. So I will not write it as target because I have used the identifier to be T for target. So I will write T, and for source I have taken S. So in this way we will call the library function strcat in this line, and since this is a library function, its respective header file string.h has already been included before the above the main section. So now after this, what happens? The source string is concatenated or joined to the target string, and now if we just print the target string, it will go on to print the entire the two strings together one by one, that is target followed by the source. They are concatenated, joined, and becomes one single string, and that comes to the target string and gets printed by the output. So let's print this string. Now we will just get the string printed like this. We can print it by %s, that is the format specifier of a string data type, or we can also use the putS function, that is the opposite function to get s. So we can use both of them, any either of them. So I'll just go on to just use the putS function because we have taken this getS for the string handling purpose. This getS is used twice, so I will just use the putS function. So getS and putS, as you already know from my previous videos, that they are included in the stdio.h header file, so there is no need to include any other header file to cater for those functions. So another library function is unformatted output function is putS. So putS T. So putS T will print the target. After that, return 0, and then the end of the section, main section. So let us just take a simple example like this hello world. Suppose the target string which is named as T for our case in this program is taken to be hello. After that, a null character. The source string, which is taken to be S, is suppose world. Hello world. So hello world, and after that a null character. So after this strcat operation is done on these two strings, the resultant string will come from the target string T. So T will now become like this. This W will be going over here, world, the O of the world will go after that, and so on and so forth, to give you the ultimate string like this. Hello world. And automatically a null character will be introduced, or null character will be inserted after the end of the concatenated string. So if we just write this put st, so this hello world will be printed. So the output will be hello world like this, without any spaces, because I didn't consider to keep any sort of spaces in between them, because if that would have been the case, I should have kept a blank space before this null character, or would have started with a space in the or would have started blank, or we have done in this way hello world. So we could have taken a space after this, or could have taken a space before this W in order to cater for a space between them. So since I didn't keep any sort of space, so this hello world will be printed like this. There will be no string, no spaces in between. So this will be our output. So if you want to keep any space between the two, you have to keep a space after this, or you have to keep a space before this W in order to get a space in between them. So that's up to you, and that's up to the programmer to decide. And here is the explanation of the entire strcat function and its implementation. So if you have any doubts or queries regarding this program, you can just post your doubts and queries into the comment section so that I can address them. Thanks for watching my video.